Hello, everybody. Who's who? Who allowed this in my video? Shut up! Oh my lord. Christmas music, am I right, folks? Anyways, sorry. Let's continue on to the video. It sucked. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel, and today's video is going to be a video on the Fedoli Rhea. Now, an update video, but I ended up needing to feed these guys on Christmas Eve, but I forgot to. So I went ahead and I was about to go ahead and, cut up a good old nice sized lobster roach, when all of a sudden I heard a noise in the corner of my room that made me very scared, and I noticed that it was this thing. That right there is, of course, an absolutely wonderful Madagascar hissing cockroach, and as you can see, it really did not want to stay still for the camera, so it just kept on falling out of my hand and running away. Eventually, I got it to actually calm down, and sit down, and be calm. So, as the name may imply, the Madagascar hissing cockroach is a cockroach from Madagascar and is one of the largest cockroaches in the world. And as you can see, they're kind of pretty. I actually really enjoy these guys, they look absolutely amazing. And I oftentimes keep them as pets throughout the year, just casually keeping them, and I generally never feed them off unless they die. Well, for this poor soul here, well, that's going to be the absolute opposite of the case. As you can see, he's probably going to get fed off here pretty soon. However, I did notice one thing, and that is the fact that they have mites on them. Now, a cool thing about these mites is that these are actually a symbiotic relationship mite type thing. So what these guys are doing is that they are pretty much cleaning off any of, the bad, disgusting stuff that can get on these very clean creatures, and they kind of hide inside of the crevices in between their legs and all that, as you can see. And they pretty much just continuously clean them all throughout their lifespan, and actually these guys are really helpful for the cockroach because of that. They'll eat all sorts of just like food particles that get on them or dust or anything like that. They'll go ahead and clean. Of course, that doesn't stop them from looking absolutely terrifying. They're an absolutely huge mite, and oftentimes when I see mites, I immediately panic because I lost the ant colony to them, but of course, I knew what these guys are, so, there was no need to panic. One thing that was pretty cool is that these guys are actually extremely mobile, as you can see. They move all across the body, and they don't exactly really stick in one spot. They kind of crawl wherever they feel like it, especially when they're getting disturbed by light. After inspecting all of the little critters on it, it was officially time to go ahead and cut it up. Now, I felt really bad cutting it up, and I have 6 other of these that I really wanted to feed off, but I'm really questioning on if I should. Something about killing something that I've kept as a pet for the longest time, it really felt weird, but, it's for Christmas. So here you can see a nice little time lapse here of them eating it, and you can see they went absolutely wild the second that this creature fell into the outworld. They just started swarming it like crazy. You can see workers drinking up the juices that dripped onto the outworld while I was lifting it up and putting it in, and you can see them just absolutely just down all of that juicy liquids there to go ahead and, bring back to the nest. But yeah, the swarming was one that is very next level. I haven't seen them swarm like this in a very long time, especially just for one food item. So to say the least, they were enjoying their Christmas Eve, now at this point Christmas Day dinner. And as you could tell by the amount of workers, these guys have definitely made enough of a recovery, and if anything, they have gone above a recovery and into just growing at a normal, steady pace like they used to back in the day. Which is always great. I'm never going to complain about them growing. As for, that's the entire point of me actually feeding off this hissing cockroach. Besides for it being, their little Christmas feast, I also want this to be a big, huge protein boost for these ants because they need it really badly. Anyways, I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing Christmas, spending time with your family and all that. My Christmas celebration happened on Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day, so my Christmas Day is kind of boring. I'm just kind of sitting around doing nothing, and I guess editing this video and doing the voiceover for it. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your time here. This is the second video for Christmas, and I guess the third video will be coming out sometime next week, probably. And then, hopefully, we'll go back to our normal schedule, quote-unquote normal schedule, depending on what happens. Here's a little macro footage of what the hissing cockroach looks like, and as you can see, it is absolutely swarmed with workers, mostly miners, but some smaller majors have actually came out to try and break through that exoskeleton instead of going through the absolutely massive hole that is in the front. You can tell they're just absolutely destroying this cockroach so well. You can see that they are just drinking and eating and chewing into and everything onto this cockroach, and it's quite impressive as to how far they go to get into their food source. Hopefully this is enough protein to have the queen lay a bunch of eggs and of course feed all of the larvae and get everything that they needed to get done as far as nutrients for that night. Especially the night before that, I was quite busy as well. So, you know, this is pretty much replenishing their food drive, seeing as in I ended up forgetting to feed them for a day. You see how beautiful that major is. Of course, a little bit dusty because he was trying to climb into, I'm guessing climb out of the setup, but, you know, there's not much that you can do there. Anyways, back to the time lapse, and you can see that they actually called out quite a few different majors. Generally, they'll call out a decent amount of majors, but nowhere near the amount that you're seeing here. You can see that they're actually calling out some of the larger majors, not like the largest majors, but ones that are slightly larger than what they normally do, especially after their entire die-off thing. They haven't produced many of the huge, absolutely massive majors or any of the super majors. As far as I've seen, there's still like the same like 20 or 30 super majors and a few of the actual full-size normal majors out and about. So yeah. And of course, nest entrance activity was absolutely crazy. I mean, you can just see how many workers are just trying to go in and out of this nest entrance here. Just trying to go from grabbing the food, going out in the food, or going from foraging and out of foraging. I mean, tonight was very, very active. Even before I threw in the roach, the colony was just going. They were going so fast, and I had really no idea why. But maybe, you know, they sensed that I was giving them food or something. I don't know. Make up whatever, like, weird thing you want. But, yeah. So that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike if you dislike it. Subscribe if you're new. Check out all the rest of the videos on this channel and all the links in the description. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.